Ich bin hier, weil es mir wichtig ist. Wir erzählen diese Geschichte so, wie sie war.
And she was kind of the one that everyone would talk to. You know, you're talking about a lot of grown men now, blue-collar men who maybe aren't comfortable sharing their feelings with anyone, let alone, you know. But she's also just an extraordinary listener and very compassionate, and you just get a warmth off of her, and that she just cares deeply. So I think, you know, it was her being on the team that allowed a lot of these stories to come forward.
Investigative reporting often takes a long time. My boss, Robbie, would often say you have to dig a lot of dry wells before you find the story, so you can spend weeks or months chasing something, and then you feel like maybe it's not there, maybe it's not big enough to be worth a whole team's time. So you need patience of editors who are willing to let you do your thing, even if it takes a lot of time. You need resources. You need people, editors, who are willing to have you not be in the paper for a while in hopes that when you finally are in the paper, the story will have been worth it to have had you working on it for so long, weeks or months. I've often told people that what working on this project taught me is the importance of questioning authority. Obviously not an original quote, you know, but it made me realize that when you don't question authority, this is the kind of things that happen. You know, institutions do things they shouldn't do. They become used to getting away with things that someone should have called them on earlier. And when you have so much deference for an organization that you're not willing to ask hard questions, this can be the end result.
The journalist has to be both an insider and an outsider. I think they have to be able to stand outside and be very objective, and at the same time, they have to, you know, what I've noticed about these reporters is that they make you feel so comfortable, they make you feel so at ease. And anytime I've thought I was interviewing them and I've gone in with that intention, it has always flipped, and by the end of the conversation I'm like, wait a second, I just told you so much about me and I still know so little about you. So I think they have that way of getting on the inside and watching from the outside at the same time.
There were other very, very almost surreal moments where I was watching Mark play me with one of my colleagues from the Real Spotlight team, and Mark introduced a little laugh into his dialogue on maybe the 6th or 7th take of a scene. And Sasha grabbed my arm and she said, "Oh my God." And I said, "What?" And she said, "He's got your laugh."
We both were raised Catholic. We both left the church because we saw inconsistencies with the teachings of the church and the actual manifestation of the church in the public world. We actually have incredibly high standards for what the church should be, what it represents, what those teachings represent, how they manifest themselves in the culture.
Sie sind Chefredakteur des Spotlight-Teams? Ich sehe mich lieber als eine Art Spielertrainer, aber ja. Sind Sie mit Spotlight vertraut? Nein, nicht im Detail. Also wir sind ein 4-köpfiges Investigationsteam. Wir berichten an Ben Bradley Jr. und wir halten unsere Arbeit unter Verschluss.
I'm Walter Robbie Robinson, who exists, who is was, as he described, the player coach of the Spotlight team.
The first scene that I saw shot for this film, with Michael Keaton in it, I almost fell off my chair because he did a perfect impersonation of me.